Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on the 1972 Mercury Comet that I have, and we're trying to figure out our turning signal issue. And this is an issue I've had since I bought the car years ago, and it's slowly gotten worse and worse where my turn signals just don't work or they're completely sporadic. And like I said, they've been getting worse and worse, and as of lately it hasn't really worked at all. So I started off with the basic stuff. I checked all the bulbs, I checked all the grounds, I checked all of the sockets, and I checked the flashers. So I I was kind of running out of things to check, and the only thing left to do was to tear down the steering column and check the turn signal switch inside of the column here, which really wasn't that bad to do, and I'll show you it real quick here. This is Brody here. He's going to be our helper today. He just likes chilling in the cars. Don't mind the mess, but... So, steering columns are pretty straightforward, especially on older vehicles like this. Once you get the steering wheel off, it's just one nut basically here that's holding it down. So get that guy off of there, and then you need some sort of puller. This is I think a harmonic balancer, but I kind of modified it so it could work. But you can go and rent like a steering wheel puller, which is just, it's just a 2-bolt setup, and it'll thread into those holes there, the 2 holes. It'll thread into that, and you can pull the steering wheel off. But then once you break it down, you can see the turning signal switch here. So you want to go right. Your turning signal arm, which is usually over on this side, will turn that right, and then as you spin the wheel around, it'll kick it back over. Same thing for left. So I tested it. Everything seemed okay, like everything's operational, but I believe it's just the contacts down inside of that turn signal switch are just junk. Obviously it's from 1972, so it's pretty dated. So I made the purchase of a new turn signal switch, and I kind of just have it rigged into the system right there, and I have it set up so I can test it. Still I need to remove the old one and swap it out, but I just want to show you guys that this is operational. So same concept, like I was saying. Let me turn the key on so you guys can hear it. Okay, got the key in there for you now. So before it wasn't doing absolutely anything on the dash, but now we can test this. I can turn that. You can see that is working now. And the rear's lighting up. And we have our front blinker as well. And it's the same way on the left side. So we know that that's good there. And the flashers you can see down there, there's 2 of them. There's flashers for the just regular turn signal, and there's also a flasher for your emergency lights. So let me try to turn this off. So make sure both of those are working. I think if one fails, the other one might fail, and you might have to swap them both out, but they're like $8, so they're pretty cheap to replace and test. And they're just basically like 2-prong relays. Pretty simple stuff. But this guy is like $130. I'll post a link to it online. It's specific to like early or late 60s, early 70s vehicles here for Ford and Mercury. So it's kind of a unique piece, but this is all that I needed to solve my turn signal issue here. Pretty straightforward. I have to figure out how to remove the connection down there, maybe pull the pins out of the wires, so then I can pull that out of the column and then feed this one down in. Might be a whole hassle, but it is what it is. I'll update you guys if it's too crazy, but yeah, that solved my turn signal issues, and hopefully that can help you guys out as well. Alright guys, I've got the new turning signal switch installed in there. I found it a lot easier to undo a couple bolts, undo a couple nuts I guess, and let the column sag just a little bit so you can get access to, there's a little bracket that hangs right there, so you can undo that. And then you can feed the entire harness through the column right here. There's enough space. And there's a little plastic cover that goes on the back of the column right here that just snaps off. And once you take all that stuff off, it's a pretty straightforward, just push it through and pull out the old one. I dropped my radio down too, just a little bit easier access to that bracket there. But overall, pretty straightforward little install. Let's make sure it's still working. Oh, the door chime even works now. Wow. Okay, there's that. Hazards. Okay. That's enough of that. Thank you guys for watching. Do you want to say bye, Brody? Bye-bye.